Okay, so first things first, I always do this hairstyle on freshly washed and conditioned hair. So that is why my hair looks like this. I've just washed and deep conditioned it probably for about 30 minutes. And I choose which side I want my part to be on. I try to switch it up just because I don't want like my hair to naturally fall on the same part. You know, like your hair will naturally start parting itself in an area. So I try to switch which sides I like my part to be on. So for this hairstyle, I'm putting it on this side of my head. I think this is like the left side of my head, and I like for it to be a little curved, and this is one of the hardest parts of the hairstyle, but I mean, it just takes time getting like a straight part. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've just parted off the front section, and I'm going to separate that in itself, and then I'm going to separate other sections of my hair. Now I'm going to do one section on this side of my head, and I'm going to do the same on the other side of my head, just because in order for it to be like very sleek, you have to work with like sections of your hair. Like, it's impossible to get it sleek and just try to work with your entire head at the same time. So sectioning off the two sides, and then also the top that you saw earlier, and that top area is going to be like kind of our bang, I guess you could say, for lack of a better words. So that's the back, and I'm going to take my spray bottle here, and it's nothing in here but water, and I'm going to spray the back of my head just because it had kind of started drying out, and you want to work with wet hair when you're doing this hairstyle. So I'm taking some jam, and then later I'm going to take some Eco Styler just because I wanted to see how the jam would hold when I did this hairstyle. But I found that I think jam is like better for twist outs and stuff like that. So I went back to my Eco Styler, but you'll see me do that later once I get to the top section of my hair. So I use Eco Styler just to smooth my hair down, and it gives me the best hold with this hairstyle. Taking my bristle brush and just brushing all of that down as flat as I can get it, and then I'm going to secure this part of my hair with a hair tie. And when I put it in a hair tie, I'm going to wrap it as tight as I can, but when I do it the last time, I'm not going to pull it all the way through. I'm just going to put it like in a little bun at the back, like such. Now we're going to work with the side sections of our hair. I'm doing the same thing. I'm wetting it with the water just because you want it to be like wet when you start working with it, and I'm working the water through, and then I'm taking that gel and just like putting it on the hair to smooth it down. And I'm doing the same thing like I did with the other section. The back section, I'm just going to brush it down with my bristle brush. And the only thing I'm doing different with the side parts is instead of putting a hair tie, I'm going to clip them to the back, just because I want to secure all of it at the same time, but the clip will just like hold it there until I get to that part of the hairstyle. And this is where I go and get my Eco Styler, because I was like, okay, I gave it a try, it wasn't working, so I just pulled my Eco Styler back out. So now I'm going to use that for the rest of the hairstyle. And now this is the toughest part of this hairstyle, which is like the front / bang area. So in order to get this to lie flat, you have to work in sections. Usually I do about 3 sections, but this time I think I only work with 2. So I split that in half, and then I'm doing the same thing, making sure that it's wet with my water, and then I'm going to take the Eco Styler and smooth it throughout the section of the hair. I think the other parts I just focused on the roots, but with this part I do my entire section of hair just because I want it to be like, I don't know, like worked through enough, you know. You know. And you don't need a dimming brush. I just pull mine out to see if it would be like helpful or not, and it really wasn't that helpful. So if you don't have a dimming brush, it's cool. You don't really need it. I probably won't be using it ever again for this hairstyle. So this is the most important part when you're doing this hairstyle. It is the front section of hair. So you want to make sure that your front section is like extra smooth, extra smooth, so you don't like have too many bumps and lumps in the front. But the good part about it is you can work with this part once you've secured your hair. If you have a rat tail comb, you can work with this part to make it like a little bit neater, and you'll see me do that later on. So I'm just taking my brush and brushing that entire section down of my hair. And then I'm going to take all of it and secure it right after I'm done talking. And it takes time, y'all. That's why I'm not editing a lot of this out, because I want y'all to see like how much time this hairstyle takes. Because if you want it to lay flat, it's like, it can be a headache sometimes, but you just have to be patient with it. So I'm going to secure it with one hair tie. And as you can see, the front is not neat, but I'm going to go back and show you what I was talking about, like with the comb. And this is what I'm about to do now. I'm going to take that comb and just like ease it through the front part of my hair and kind of pull it forward more, so it's more like a little swoop. And if you really want to be precise, you can pull out your toothbrush, because the bristles on a toothbrush are very fine. So like a brush can kind of disrupt the entire front section of the hair. But if you have a toothbrush, it's like you're working in a smaller section. So I'm going to use that toothbrush to just like clean it up a little bit more. And to finish it off, the front section that we secured with the band earlier, now I'm going to take the hair from that and wrap it around the bun part that we made at the very beginning. And I'm going to use some bobby pins to secure that piece of hair. And wrap it up and let it sit. I let it sit like until I'm done doing what I'm doing, or if I'm going to sleep at night, you know, I sleep in it and just let it lay flat. But if I had somewhere to go, which I don't this day, I would come back and take it off later once I feel like everything has, you know, laid long enough on my hair. And you can see now like it's just like flatter once you've let the scarf sit on it. And you can take your toothbrush and just like fine tune some things if you like. But this is the hairstyle basically, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And people have been asking for this hairstyle for a long time. I think like since last year, and I just kept putting it off and putting it off, but I finally got around to recording it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment, let me know that you like these kind of videos, the natural hair videos, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I love y'all so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
If I gotta check a fake one, I'ma make it look sexy. If I gotta go out on the bed, I'ma make it look sexy.